On Smalls, and we're going to be wrapping up the True Solo series for official and small tribes. If you are looking to get some easy loot on Smalls, I'm going to be releasing the location of where I hid my loot during this series. It will be at about 90-30. So you're going to go 90 across, 30 down, and it will be under the water. It's a little vault, just chilling in the water. There'll be like Griffin, Wyvern, some other stuff in there. Nothing like super crazy, but if you're, starting out, it'll be really big help if you break that open. It'll be pin coded because I can't get down there, so I can't unpin code it. But if you tame an Arthro, you should have no problem getting down there and breaking that vault open. I'm probably gonna go in a single player real quick and show you guys where it is. That's basically where I've been living this whole time. I'm also gonna show you where I had Purlovias, which were pretty good. I mean, they lasted about a week. I'd say a bit over a week they've lasted. And I didn't even put them in the right spot. And if I had put them in the right spot, nobody would have found them, believe me. But, yeah, so I'll show you guys how I've been hiding my loot. And I'm also going to show where I've been hiding my loot on official to wrap up both the series together in one video. Also forgot to mention the server that I've been putting my loot on has been Small Tribes 7 on Ragnarok. So if you are looking for the vault, go to Small Tribe 7. It'll be there. So here we're at the same spot on single player. I'm going to show where the vault was. So if you go out, oh, my thing's not showing on the map, but I remember where it is. So it's down here. You're going to go over here, and it should be right down there. And I'm going to swim down there. All right. It's going to be right here in this corner, right down here. This is where it's been hiding the whole time. So that if you go down here, you'll be able to find the vault. It's not been destroyed. I've checked the logs, so it's still there. And now I'm going to go and show you guys where I've hidden the Purlovias. So this is a very clever spot, actually. This stayed hidden for a really long time, and it could have been even better if I had hidden them properly. So if you go down here in the desert, so I can't even show you the chords, but we are out in the desert. If you don't know where this is, then, I mean, you should know where this is. It's out in the desert along the mountain next to the redwoods in the desert. If you go to this little rock, this isn't the labyrinth. This is not the labyrinth, but it is close to the labyrinth. If you go under here, you'll be able to find this little thing over here. This is where I had my Purlovias. I had them placed down right here and right here. And they got found, but they were up for about a week. And the reason why they got found is because I didn't realize this, but my intention was to put them in a spot where, first off, nobody's going to go. Nobody's going to go in here ever. Also, I thought that if you parasaur, if you flew with a Wyvern and parasaur over here, first thing would be unlikely for somebody to pass over here, and rather they'd probably go around here, because this would be, this would be the route that makes the most sense, because they're going straight to red, but somebody ended up finding them. I realized that the range was actually long enough to where they could see the Purlovia. If I had the choice to do it again, what I'd actually do is I would put the Purlovia inside the labyrinth. Yes, it's a bit risky and kind of scary, but you're going to be a lot better off putting the Purlovia in here, right? This is out of range of any parasaur or anything, right? So if you put it in here, you should be pretty good. I don't think anyone's going to be able to find you in here. No one really comes in here in general. And it should be very easy to actually get that thing. And if you know how to run this puzzle, which I don't actually, you can put it somewhere like up here, which would probably be even better. Not to mention, if somebody finds a Purlovia somehow and doesn't know how to run this, they might be in a little bit of trouble. But this would actually be a very good spot to put a Purlovia. And what you're going to do is you're going to uncryo it in here while it's buried, just to make sure that it's actually staying buried. And you're going to put it in here, and it should be a really, really good spot. Obviously, now that I've said that you should put one there, it might not be the best spot in the world, but it's still going to be a pretty good spot. There are other locations. I will say there are other locations where somebody could not get a Wyvern, they can't get a Skiff, and they would never parasaur hunt. So think of locations where you can't fit a Wyvern, you can't fit a parasaur, you can't fit a skiff, or you know you can't. It's where it wouldn't be easy to take that stuff in and to look for Purlovia. And if you find a spot like that, that would be a really good spot for Purlovia. Just keep in mind though that Purlovias are a lot less effective if you do them on smalls, because lots of YouTubers sort of encourage looking for Purlovias and stuff. So you gotta be careful. But if you're on official, it's probably a lot better. Also, ESP is a thing. I don't know how effective it is at finding Purlovias, but it probably can. There's probably some sort of ESP that can find them. But, I mean, they do work, so they're more of like a temporary thing. If you're setting up at the beginning, you put up a Purlovia. I wouldn't really say it's a permanent storage, but if you find a really good spot, it could possibly be permanent. Now, up here is where I've hidden the Quetzal on official. Unfortunately, it's been decayed. No one's found it at all, so this is a great spot, but it's decayed, so you're not gonna go there and find any loot. I intended to give it away at around Christmas time, but problem was I was doing all these series and stuff and I couldn't get on. It was just too difficult to like be all these places at once, and it ended up decaying. So the Quetzal's gone, not because it got found, which is really good. It just decayed on its own, which is normally what happens to my Sky Quetzals, because I just get bored of playing. But they never get found. So this is a really, really nice spot. If you put one up here, it's great because people don't really parasaur hunt or look for Quetzals around here. If you're on smalls, though, I will say it's a lot less good to put a Quetzal. If you're going to put one, you got to find a really good, clever spot for it. Don't put it anywhere in the ocean, because that's where people are going to look. You got to put it somewhere in the inland, somewhere where it's very high up, where the skybox is very high, so like right here. But if you put it over here, the skybox isn't as high, because you don't have to, like, if you're on a mana, let's say, you could jump like 3 times and get up here and you could see the Quetzal. But if the ground is low, then that'd be a pretty good spot to put a Quetz. Just, I would not recommend doing that on smalls, due to the fact that all these YouTubers make videos of them looking for Quetzals and stuff. And yeah. So I wouldn't recommend doing it on smalls. And I'm going to show now a clip of what my Quetzal looked like, because I did record a clip preemptively. If I lost the Sky Quetzal, I was going to show you guys what it looked like and, you know, all the stuff on it. Hey guys, just here showing off the Sky Quetzal. So this is what the Sky Quetzal looks like so far. This is as of like it's pretty much, it's looked like this since like day 6. So here's some of the stuff in the boxes. I got a lot of flak, Gadura, some like shitty bows, and you gotta keep a lot of grapples and bolas, because if I die, then it's nice to come back to a full kit. So here's the other boxes. There's also some weird shit in here, like random materials, but that's kind of normal, I guess. I kind of have to hold on to that stuff. Some random stuff. This was like the first chest I put on it, so this is the first box. This is one of the first items I got that was worth keeping, and then everything in here is not pretty valuable. And then the stuff in here, we found this somehow, and then we found a bunch of this shit. Keeping trank darts in case I have to tame, and keeping like narc arrows in case I have to tame as well. I got, nothing's really sorted, so there's stuff like poison nades, which could probably stack somewhere else that I have poison nades, I think. Let's see. I don't know. But I got, some stuff in here, some armor, some of that stuff. We got more armor here, shields, bolas, more grapples. We like to stockpile grapples because those are something you bring to PvP and you want to take a lot of them. And you might end up using a lot for a raid, so you want to have a stockpile. Pulling onto Tropio saddles, because if you get one, it'll be good. You can grind stuff up here. We got, I got a cap comp, bit of C4, buckload of gunpowder. Ooh, I need that. I just went to Genesis, got the stuff, bought the materials for the things. You don't need water or anything. They're already irrigated from rain. And this is perfect. This is like the best fertilizer anyway, so you put that in and it's like, it's exactly what you need. You don't need anything else. So we got this. This makes our plant Z's, and this is enough for me to PvP with. Some people might bring a lot more. In which case, you can still have one and just like stash the plant Z into like into a box or something, and so that every time you come back, you add more. rather than having to wait. That would probably help a lot. And you might definitely, some people would not be good with just one plant Y, but I don't really go out with it that much, so I kind of wait and prepare. Like if I'm gonna take out plant Y, I sit for a bit and wait before I go out with it, because you know I want to have because then it'll start spawning. They'll start spawning the plant Ys, and I don't have to wait as long. But there's some preparation that you need to do. But to be honest, it's kind of worth it. Like you can't, you know, nothing's that easy. Here's all the cryos we've gotten so far. This is like literally all the cryos, aside from stuff that's been lost, but this is everything that we still have. So there's some like really shitty tames in here, but there's also a lot of really good tames, like some pretty good carbos, good dire bear, some random ass tame velos. This might be a bred one, but it's not very good. There's some high level stegos over here. These ones, high level stegos. This one's really good. Yeah, this is actually really solid. And then there's got some farm dinos, some like shitty tames. We got a lot of crystal wyverns in case we lose everything. We still have a bunch of crystal wyverns to use. Because if you know, I don't want to go back and tame a bunch, so I can at least pull one out of here and throw them out. And all these things are gaining levels the more they're in here, so I can come back and use these, and they're gonna be leveled up. So like if I throw, I probably want to level this anyway, so check them out. Sick. Actually got a sick color on it, but it's, you know, it's gonna have levels when I throw it out. Here's some of the consumables we have, just some random stuff, some food, just like random shit. Basically, this is pretty much only for med brews and food and kibble if we find it. That's like the only thing that's actually for. Otherwise, it's not. There's no other purpose for it. But yeah, this is it pretty much. I know this hasn't been a very long or interesting video, but I know it just sort of had to happen. People wanted to see where I've been living. People wanted to see where I've been putting my stuff. And I hope you guys are all having a awesome Christmas and awesome holidays. And I really appreciate all of you guys for watching my videos and all this type of stuff. So this is me giving back to my viewers. I'm giving away like everything I've gotten during the True Solo series that I can. I meant to give away my Quetzal, but unfortunately it decayed, which is really sad because I really wanted to give it away. But there is still the vault. If you play on smalls and you want to get that vault, that'll be awesome. You know, leave a comment if you got the vault, and you know, maybe join the Discord, say hello. It'll be great. And the reason why I had to end this solo series is because it's just so stressful. I'm sure we all know the mental toll that it takes on people when they have to, like, you know, wake up at like 3 a.m. like, oh shit, I forgot to refresh my upload, you know? It's like, oh man, I don't want to have that weighing on me 24/7, that I have to get on at certain times to refresh my upload. And because, you know, even if I'm not living out of upload, there's still some things I want to keep in upload. And it's just, if I'm trying to play something else that's not Ark, it's just always like weighing on my mind, and it's very stressful, and I don't like having to do that all the time. Now I'm still going to be making Ark videos and stuff, but True Solo it might come back, but for now, I'm going to take a break from it because it's very, very exhausting. But I hope you guys are having a great Christmas and enjoying your holidays, and I will see you guys in the next video.